Welcome to Wednesday, Fit Fun family. So today we're going to do a couple of things. The first thing that I want to talk about, adjust this camera just a smidge. Yeah. The first thing I want to talk about is coconut oil. You may have read or heard about the benefits of coconut oil. And I'm just going to go by the things that I've heard. It makes you smarter. It increases your metabolic rate so you burn more fat during the day. It gives you a boost of energy, and it lowers your overall cholesterol. That's the stuff I've heard. I follow Tim Ferriss's podcast off and on for years and years and years. And I don't know if he still does it, but he often would make tea in the morning with like a tablespoon of coconut oil. So over the last maybe 3 or 4 months, I've been having a tablespoon of coconut oil in my morning coffee. And I'll tell you a couple of things that I've noticed. It calms my stomach. It makes my actions more regular. That's a bad word. And shorter, right? I'm in and out of the bathroom. When I take coconut oil, I'm in and out of the bathroom. Enough of that uncomfortable subject. I obviously don't check my cholesterol. I don't think I'm getting smarter. Is that a weird thing to say? I mean, how do you know? Like, I'm not smart enough to know that I'm getting smarter, so I can't be getting that much smarter. Energy, and put it in my coffee. Talk about cause and effect. I drink coffee, and it's like my on switch. With or without coconut oil makes no difference at all. That I can tell. You know, we're not having a double-blind placebo study over here. I mean, it's just me putting coconut oil in my coffee. Let's be real. So ever since I started the vlog, I've been really trying to up my game as far as doing things for a reason instead of just, sounds like a good idea, let's do it. And so trying to immerse myself in what really it's a culture, but it's also immerse myself in the knowledge, right? This is an area where, if I was really that smart in this area, I wouldn't be trying to lose all this weight. I mean, let's just be real about it. So one of the first things I did, like I said, was join these Facebook groups. I stumbled across this one called Fitness Conversations. It's not a very big group, about 5,000 people. But what drew me to it is the fact that they work really hard to keep the keep the information as scientific as possible. In like the description, let me see if I can find it. This group is a plethora of science-based information and educational material. Yeah, so I'll put a link to the group. I'll put a link to the group in the description of this video. But essentially, what I'm coming to find out with some links, some conversation in the group, and some links that they've shared with me, is that coconut oil may not be worth the calories that you're spending on it. It's like 89% saturated fat, which is a huge amount. Like, it's 14 grams of fat, 13 grams of them are saturated. and it's about 130 calories per tablespoon. So if you think about this, like my coffee in the morning was 130 calories. I mean, that's like drinking a can of Pepsi. Um, uh, you know, if it was lowering my cholesterol, my viewpoint of it is, oh, it's making me smarter, or making me feel more awake, it's lowering my cholesterol, it's doing lots of good stuff, it makes me, you know, go to the bathroom really fast. Like, yeah, let's do it. Start looking at the studies, and basically they say working memory, meh. There is a study, but it's really insufficient. This is on examine.com, supplements coconut oil. Uh, Fat oxidation appears to increase the percentage of calories derived from lipids in obese persons. Increase the percentage of calories? Ah, I'm not trying to increase anything. It says, so in the HDLC category, decrease of HDLC is minor and likely not practically relevant. Okay, so it's not going to decrease my bad cholesterol, increase my good cholesterol. Was able to attenuate the rate of skeletal muscle loss during hypocaloric diet in obese persons. Unknown if this applies to lean persons, but may be related to ketone production. So one of the things that coconut oil does do is help you maintain a healthier ketogenic state. Now, if you use it for that, maybe it absolutely does something. May improve insulin sensitivity in diabetics, requires more evidence, right? So it seems like it does a lot for trying to get you in the ketogenic kind of situation. So there's lots and lots and lots of scientific research. Most of them really, they really essentially come up with jack crap. They just it's so minor that it just comes down to the caloric. So another link that was shared with me was the skeptical nutritionist, and they say the case for coconut oil advocates that not all saturated fats are the same. Okay, we have long strain triglycerides that that might be, in this case it's called a lauric acid. Let's see here. So I'll just read this to you. It's a collection of different saturated fatty acids, each with their own effect on blood lipids. Medium chain length saturated fats, 6 to 10 carbons, appear to have little effect, whereas the longer chain saturated fatty acids all raise total blood cholesterol, right? So stearic acid, which has 18 carbons, is cholesterol neutral, but continues to be treated with suspicion. The majority of the saturated fat in coconut oil is this lauric acid with 12 carbons, right? That is a longer chain saturated fatty acid known to raise total blood cholesterol. Is it raising the good and lowering the bad? That's where the science doesn't really add up. It says here that most of the rise in blood cholesterol with lauric acid comes from an increase in HDL cholesterol, thought to be the protective fraction, right? So you have the HDL, which its job is like to remove, what is it, the LDL, the other cholesterol that's bad. But it raises all cholesterol levels, so there's more to remove. The total HDL cholesterol ratio is more like that of unsaturated fatty acids. So does the coconut oil lobby have a case? That's what this guy's saying. The case against coconut oil, observational study tells a different story about coconut oil and lauric acid. There's lots of studies. that found the intake of the longer chain saturated fatty acids was associated with increased risk of heart disease. Now, I've been a bigger dude my whole life, right? So I can just imagine what my heart looks like. I do not want any additional risk for heart attack. Absolutely none. Zero. If there's even a chance coconut oil can raise my risk of heart disease, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if I can do it. Plus the added calories. I mean, I can probably cut 200 calories from my daily diet just by pitching this in the trash. It also says countries that use coconut as the predominant fat don't stand out as pillars of heart health. I don't understand why these articles put in this irrelevant, non-backed information. Like when you're in college and you write something like that, countries that use coconut oil as the predominant fat don't stand out as pillars of heart health. What countries, what studies, and what do you consider a pillar of heart health? A 10% reduction in heart disease in men 38 years old like me? Like what does that even mean? I get the skeptical nutritionist. I don't know if it's a doctor, but it's an interesting study. There's also an article here on science-based medicine, and I'm going to cut this short, but they essentially find that there was a link between one single study found a cursory link with Alzheimer's, with the reduction of Alzheimer's or the prevention of Alzheimer's. Dr. Oz says it's a heart healthy food that helps resist viruses, bacteria, yeast, fungi, and candida, boosts thyroid function, improves blood sugar control, and reduces the need for insulin, increases energy and endurance, increases digestion, improves absorption of vitamins, lower cholesterol, helps control weight, blah 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 blah. I mean, this is why I'm confusing, right? Because I'm not saying Dr. Oz doesn't know anything. He's obviously, he has to stand up to the criticism of being on TV. But that's a pretty bold statement. It essentially is the miracle, the miracle supplement. But it also points out that, hey, Dr. Oz sells his own brand of coconut oil. Man, when your pocketbook or your money is on the line, some people will say just about anything to get you to buy it. Here's the conclusion that almost all of these people come to, unless they're trying to sell you coconut oil, but almost all of them come to. It may not be as bad as pure saturated fat, like it might not be as bad as what you think it is or what it seems like it should be, if that's a good way to say it. But it's not a miracle food, right? And it probably, if it's net neutral, let's just say it's net neutral, then it's 150 calories, 200 calories. That is neutral. Like what? Why would you do that? Those 200 calories are precious to me. Like I can eat a giant bundle of broccoli. I can eat a Quest bar, and man, those Quest bars taste so good. I don't know. So for now, coconut oil, I'm getting rid of you. What? No, man. No. I'm just saying that for the camera. Like, I'm not going to get rid of you. You're my best buddy. Like, I'm not. No, don't. It's not necessary to go there, man. Just chill out. come on now, like, do you really want to do this? I mean, once you do this, there's no going back. Like, you know, I I I, I could rethink this. I mean, the research could be wrong. Listen, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be. Listen, let's just hug it out. Like I'm just. It's just for the camera. Like it's not real. Like this. It's gonna be cool. Let's just hug it out. Let's just hug it out. Aaron, watch out. Coconut oil might kill you.
I'll add to the list.
You better eat this coconut oil.